Here's more proof that we can't trust our governments. This stuff has been going on since World War I, maybe even prior to that. However, in the next clip, it's very true with what he said. I've done my own research on it as well. But to keep it short and simple, I'm just going to add the next clip. This shows that the US cannot be trusted and they are not a democratic society. What they say and what they do are two different things. And that's been shown over and over and over again. And this is the reason why BRICS will be the new dollar. The Australian dollar, the American dollar, it's going to dwindle. And this is why they're going into digital currency. Because they're going to tax you on a currency that you can't see, that you can't feel in your hands. And that's why cash is king. But gold is better. But what they did in 1971, I bet they'll do again soon. Take a look, comment, and tell me what you think.
1933, the government got themselves into trouble and they owed a lot of gold. And so what'd they do? Article 6102, they declared a bank holiday. All the banks shut down for a week. No one could get their money out of the bank. When the banks opened back up, gold's illegal. You're not allowed to own it and you can't get your gold out of the bank. Don't worry though. We're going to give you your $20 per ounce. Here you go. These debt instruments. We're going to give them to you, but they're not redeemable for gold anymore. And by the way, it's not $20 per ounce anymore. Now it's $35 per ounce. So you just lost 60% of your wealth instantly.
Oh my God.
So we know that we can't trust them because they fail over and over and over. Then now gold is $35 per ounce. So that continued on to the 30s, the 40s, the 50s. By we get to the 50s and the 60s, all these nations around the world are like, wait a minute, what is going on? You're printing way too many dollars. We don't want these paper certificates. We want the gold. So they start collecting their gold from the US. France sends their warships over to the US to collect the gold. And President Richard Nixon in 1971 said, nope, we default on our obligations. We will not pay out the gold. The gold window is closed and the dollar is no longer pegged to gold. Now this was a really big deal because in 1944, under what's called the Bretton Woods Agreement, the entire world agreed collectively that the dollar would be pegged to gold and all the currencies would be pegged to the dollar. But the US lied the whole time. They printed too many dollars. And when that severed, not did just the dollar get disconnected from gold, all currencies did. So we're 52 years, or now 53 years into this fiat money experiment that the world has never seen before.
The strength of a nation's currency is based on the strength of that nation's economy. And the American economy is by far the strongest in the world. Accordingly, I have directed the Secretary of the Treasury to take the action necessary to defend the dollar against the speculators. I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserve assets, except in amounts and conditions determined to be in the interest of monetary stability and in the best interest of the United States. Now, what does this action, which is very technical, what does it mean for you? Let me lay to rest the bugaboo of what is called devaluation. If you want to buy a foreign car or take a trip abroad, market conditions may cause your dollar to buy slightly less. But if you are among the overwhelming majority of Americans who buy American-made products in America, your dollar will be worth just as much tomorrow as it is today. The effect of this action, in other words, will be to stabilize the dollar.
And if you like my content, head over to my YouTube channel, click the link, coffee, that will take you to my coffee page, and shout me a coffee or become a member for $4 a month. This helps me with my federal election next year, as well as my podcast where people can speak freely. Thanks, guys.